Ladies and gentlemen, it's been building for weeks. Betrayal, broken trust, and blood spilled in the name of vengeance. All of it leads to one night, Frostbane, this Saturday, live from Vancouver. In a showdown that can only end behind steel walls with no escape, Jajin will face Kai inside a steel cage. This is personal. This is war. And inside that cage, there are no friends, only one man walking out standing. The time for words is over. At Frostbane, it all gets settled.
Welcome to Noble Pro, everybody! As we have your first matchup of the night. Morgan Reese making her way out here. Now Morgan will be in a one-on-one matchup with the women's champion Bella Durov at Frostbane in just 3 days' time this Saturday, December 20th, before the holiday break for our superstars. This is the final stop before our show, Frostbane. Now this is Jordan Williams right here. Now Jordan and Morgan both have dealt with Bella Durov. And ever since Bella has gotten that title, she has been hell-bent on defending it and destroying whoever ends up in her way. This should be a good one. Two very quick strikers in Jordan and Morgan. And Morgan starting right off the bat with a DDT to Jordan. And a count of one and a kick out there. Morgan wanted a test before her matchup with Bella. We get a couple of quick covers here. Now Jordan, the more technically sound of the two ladies here tonight. And as I was saying, Morgan wanted a true test, wanted someone that she could trust to give her everything she's got. And that leg drop off of the top rope. It's just a testament to what Jordan can do inside that squared circle. And a back elbow there as both ladies trading elbows. And now Jordan has Morgan up against the ropes here. Look at the disaster kick. And look at this. Couple of jabs here and the elbow. And that cracked Morgan there. Once Jordan starts moving, it's hard to get her to stop, and oh my goodness. The Meteora there, I think that's what it was, and Morgan found herself face planted. Northern Lights suplex from Jordan. And Jordan going away with those jabs. And now a double leg takedown, and there's a little bit of MMA there coming into play. Now possibly looking for the ball and elbow. She has had this before. Look at that. And Morgan was ready for that though. And now Morgan looking for the Shining Wizard. Bang! Caught Jordan with the Shining Wizard right there for the win, and Jordan kicks out. It's very interesting to see these two women inside the squared circle. Very familiar with the women's champion in Bella Durov, and Morgan Mind you, she never lost. The RCW Women's title when this brand name change and this whole new era had started. She has never forgotten that, and she's made sure that Zane Pierce, our general manager, and the rest of the women's locker room hasn't forgotten about how she used to be the top dog in the women's division. And now Morgan with a forearm off of the second rope to Jordan for the win, and Jordan powers out at 2. Seeing a couple interesting covers here from these two ladies, and now Jordan trying to get something moving for herself here. And Jordan, the baller, has got something going. For a cover on Morgan, for a big win for her, and a kick out at 2. I can understand getting that second win and thinking that you're gonna make it here. And now look at this. Jordan in trouble, or Jordan able to hit the ball and elbow, but not following it up with anything yet. And there's that neck breaker. And now she's possibly looking for the buzzer beater here. Buzzer beater, no. Jordan with a drop kick. To Morgan. Now up on the second rope. Here comes Morgan, and Morgan overshot the elbow. Morgan may have not realized just how close Jordan was to her. And now look at this, Morgan looking to finish this one with one final swoop. Look at that Spanish fly, the avalanche Spanish fly from Morgan. Off of the top rope onto the baller for the victory, and Jordan kicked out right at 2. Now she's looking for the, feeling the blues here. Got it! Feeling the blues on Jordan. On one of the only undisputed women's champions, and she kicks out at 2. Morgan said she wanted a test, and now she's getting it. And there's that high knee. Not much momentum behind it, and oh, look at this. Jordan going to the outside. Jordan coming back in now, and now Jordan. Jordan trying to catch Morgan off guard and almost had the win there. And oh my goodness, a flagrant knee out of nowhere. Flagrant knee out of nowhere. Morgan's down and out. No. Morgan was caught viciously off guard, and now Jordan with a shoulder tackle to the outside. Now Jordan, I thought she might have been taking a bit of a break there. Just decided not to, and now working on the leg. I believe that's the knee she likes to hit the Shining Wizard with, and now Jordan up on the top rope, excuse me. And now Jordan trying for the crossbody, and nobody there. And now this gives a chance for the #1 contender for the women's championship to take an advantage. Now possibly trying to go for the Shining Wizard. Couldn't do it there. And now look at this super kick miss there. And now Morgan might be in trouble here. Look at this leapfrog. Snapdragon. Suplex. Into a bridge here and almost had the win. You can see the urgency from Morgan. Is Morgan in trouble here? Morgan, oh my goodness, the crossbody landed. And now the ball and elbow could land again. No. The ball and elbow's not there. Shining Wizard. And now wasting little time. Feel the blues on Jordan. And Morgan with the momentum swing. Jordan was ready for this. And Morgan wanted a test. And Jordan gave her all she had. A little farm girl from St. Louis was able to withstand that flagrant knee that was, quite frankly, out of nowhere. And there's a Shining Wizard, which led to the Feeling the Blues. Right here, that knee strike, right across the face. And the 1, 2, 3, and that was all she wrote. Morgan, can she get the championship? Once again, the championship she never lost. We'll have to find out at Frostbane in a few days' time. Don't go anywhere, folks. Noble Pro continues. We are back on Noble Pro, folks, as we are here backstage as Bella's just hammering away on her opponent, Morgan Race. That she will face for the title this Saturday at Frostbane. And Morgan wants a little more, and Bella and Morgan fighting backstage here. It seems that these ladies never stopped, and my goodness. Oh, jeez. Through the car window. Bella's sending a message to her opponent, Morgan. As we look ahead to Frostbane. Back here on Noble Pro, folks. As we got this happening here. Look at this. Aaron Matthews and Chris Danger attacking Jack, Astra, and Brian Outlaw. Look at this. The match has started. And Aaron Matthews continuing right where he left off many months ago when Jack and him battled for the Chivalry title. Now Jack and Chris Danger will meet at Frostbane. Let's look at this. Aaron dumps Brian. And oh my God, what a boot. And Aaron Matthews and Chris Danger have completely taken this over. And look at this. Brian Outlaw dazed and confused. Inside that ring, and Jack, the legal man. It's Jack, though. Jack trying to fight back here, missing the chop, and Aaron Matthews, he's got Jack down with that backbreaker. Now look at this. The cutter to Brian. When Brian was just trying to get out. Of the squared circle, I'm not sure who's the legal man. But Brian's getting dumped. And luckily for Jack, he body blocked Brian, so... Brian getting out of the ring to prevent a disqualification. There's Chris Danger now with the taped up ribs courtesy of Dominator. You know, and that was months ago at Nights of Terror, and he's still feeling the effects. Now, folks, we still do not have an update on Jackson Cobb, the Chivalry Champion, who is scheduled to defend his title at Frostbane, but if he can't make it, there might be an issue there, and we might have to vacate the title due to injury, and we don't want to do that. Jackson Cobb has done a great job defending that title, and that would be the last thing he wants to do. But the Chivalry title is all about honor. It's all about integrity, and he understands that. And we still have no idea as to what is happening with that. We are nowhere closer to finding out who attacked Jackson Cobb. As Bryant getting the hot tag there from Jack, and look at this. An old rivalry renewed. There's Bryant and Chris Danger, Michinoku driver. As Chris almost got down for the 2 count. And again, Chris Danger trying to make the tag. And Brian and Jack doing a great job preventing that from happening. As Aaron Matthews was taken out. And now look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Super kick right to the face of Brian. And now look at this. There's that senton. As now Chris looking for that Philly special knee strike. This might be the opening he needs, and there it is. The Philly special knee strike. Referee's down, and Jack helps prevent the count even before it could begin. And now Chris Danger trying to end Brian right where it started. Swing chin music. Right on Brian as the referee's down for the 2 count and a kick out. Chris Danger wasn't going to put down Brian that easily. Irish whip now, and look at this double knees into the corner. And now correction on Danger. Aaron Matthews taken out, and it looks like the advantage that AM and Chris tried to get in the beginning of the match doesn't seem to be helping. And the jailbreak DDT on to Chris Danger, and Chris able to get the shoulder up in time. And Jack right in the driver's seat here is no Danger. Danger dumps Jack. And he's got to find a way back in this matchup. As it's been all Jack and Brian. And now look at this. Danger and AM doing their damnedest together. Now AM with a couple of quick strikes, and there's a German suplex from the Simply Better King. And now Aaron looking for that 450, nobody home. And a chop. And now look at this, looking for the choke slam. Aaron though. Aaron with a pump kick. And tagging in Chris, very confusing there because Chris took a lot of punishment in this. I don't think I would be so quick to make the tag. But maybe Chris wants to show Jack that he's tough. To show Jack the preview that he's got. At Frostbane, it was Jack that wanted that match. It was Jack that signed that contract. And now you have Aaron. Looking to end Jack with a Kobe here. But Jack knows. He knows all too well what Aaron is up to. But he's got him in the corner now. Look at these mounted punches on Jack as the crowd counts along here. And there's those 10. May have knocked out Jack, but there's Brian able to break it up. And now look at this, the fadeaway elbow. And Aaron says it's done. Aaron looking for this Simply Better cutter. What a maneuver, the Simply Better cutter to get revenge on to Jack and a kick out. Aaron's been waiting for his revenge on the man who took the Chivalry title from him all those months ago. And I must say it was many moons ago, many months ago, but you forgive, but you don't forget, as they say. And now Danger's tagged in and the shoulder tackle. And I'm not sure what Chris was thinking there, running around with those ribs. He's already having trouble breathing. It might not be a good idea to waste all that energy. Tried for the super kick and missed it. Jack knows. As Danger getting Jack back in. Danger now with the Irish whip. Danger with a shot right to the face. And now Danger turning him around. Danger, though, got caught with an elbow. And now Danger with a shot right back. And now Jack on spaghetti legs there, and the double axe handle connects. And now Chris with a moonsault to the back. Cover 1, 2. Trying to put his foot on the rope. And Jack had to get the shoulder up. But you saw just how much energy Jack had to use to get that shoulder up. You could see that he's a little bit fatigued, and look at the choke slam. No. Aaron got out of the way. And now Aaron, with a couple of strikes, able to take Jack down. Now Aaron calling his shot right now. Aaron, my God, what a blockbuster. And this is nice tagging and nice teamwork for both of these men. Because Chris knows that he's injured. Aaron knows that he's also injured. So they're trying to keep Jack down. Now Jack, maybe down after this. The sweet chin music, no. Tried for the choke slam again, but Danger's too quick. With the Irish whip now. And now Jack might be done with Chris here. Frankensteiner. Off of the top rope. And now Jack with a baseball slide taking out Aaron. And a cover to Chris Danger. And that's enough to get him to power out. Now he's going right after Chris again, looking for the choke slam. No! Chris! Able to find a way. Chris! Bicycle knee strike, and there's that Philly special. It landed beautifully. For the win. Over Jack, and Jack still powering out. Remember, Brian can't come in now. He's already had his 2 saves. And Jack's in a world of hurt right now. You can see the chest. And AM and Chris are just having fun. The face wash in the corner, he might have gotten whiplash. 2. And again, Jack able to get the shoulder up, but you can see, like I mentioned, it's been an issue. Look at this, using the ropes, and Jack still able to kick out. And now Jack, though, might be in trouble. House call! Shades of Swerve Strickland from All Elite Wrestling, and a kick out at 2. And Aaron Matthews has had this done. Look at this. Simply better cutter, no. But Aaron, with a quick strike's able to get Jack. And oh my goodness, the overhead belly to belly. Jack really needs something here. Jack really needs something. Sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. And Chris able to make the victory. Let's chop it up to that attack at the beginning of the matchup. They were able to keep Jack isolated. Brian was only able to come in a couple of times under tag team rules. They hit a house call. That wasn't enough. As you can see by this replay, the kick out there, but this was and Chris came prepared this time around, but will he be prepared for the match at Fastlane? We'll find out Saturday night, December 20th. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to get to your next match momentarily.
I don't care what anyone says anymore. This is my company, my title, and no one can do a damn thing about it. You know me, Brian. I don't care what Zane has to say about it. I'm done with the bullshit.
Hey man, you really gotta rethink this. This isn't like you. This isn't the Scoop that I know. You really should think about exactly what you're doing before it gets you hurt. Or worse.
I know what I'm doing, Brian. Trust me. You know my story. The bullshit I've gone through to get this far. But now I'm done. No more excuses. No more bullshit. Zane's gonna have to deal with what's coming. Because nothing in this place will ever be the same again. And that's the scoop on that.
All right, folks, we are here with your next matchup. As we have Dominator making his way to the squared circle. And this man will be taking on Big Nasty in just a few days' time this Saturday at Frostbane. Those two met one-on-one. In a hellacious match number of months ago on Noble Pro, and when Nasty returned from his suspension after attacking the general manager Zane Pierce. He never forgot about that man. And speaking of Frostbane, you heard it from Zane Pierce. It will be Jay, Jin, and Kai inside a steel cage. As we have Elijah Jones of the Sovereign Ken alongside his son. And I believe that was DK Jones. Out here, Nasty has to be watching this matchup very closely. It's DK and Elijah Jones Jr. watching along. These two lock up here. And now Dominator trying to get the best of Elijah Jones here. Look at this. The referee couldn't get down in time for that pin count. And you don't want to exchange blows with a man called Dominator. We saw what he did with Chris Danger. So much so that he's still feeling the effects of the man. Look at this, Elijah Jones. Pulling a fast one, and look. Dominator. Huge shot to the gut of Elijah Jones, and wait a minute. There's DK. Causing some issue. And now Elijah Jones looking to tie up the leg of Dominator. He's got the leg tied up. Looks like some type of knee bar there. Going after the legs, and I like the strategy here. Dominator has that power advantage. But if you go after the knee or go after the legs, you might be in a better position. Look at this, Elijah Jones. Oh my goodness! I was gonna say the referee was in the way a little bit. But somehow, the referee able to sidestep out of the way. And the advantage being put, oh my goodness, wait a minute. That should have been a disqualification. Looks like Junior's being thrown out, DK's not. This is absolutely ridiculous. There's the lung blower. It's Elijah Jones, oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Again, this should be grounds for disqualification. The referee has a little bit of lenience. Elijah Jones waiting for the man to get up, and oh my goodness, what a knee to Dominator. One, and Dominator kicked out at one. Dominator kicked out of Elijah's knee at one. And the foot stop, one, and Dominator kicked out again. And look at this, Elijah Jones Jr., or I should say, DK Jones, excuse me, folks. DK Jones there, taking off that turnbuckle, going right after the knee that Elijah tried to effect earlier. Oh my goodness! Look at this. Dominator, though. Dominator. Oh my goodness! Tried for the forearm smash and couldn't hit it. Oh, the lung blower. Right again. To Dominator. Look at this knee. The psycho knee again. To Dominator. 2. Kick out. That's the first 2 count we have seen for Dominator. And again, this should be a disqualification, but referees just letting them have it. No, the referee's got to start doing her job here. It's getting ridiculous, the amount of involvement. We have seen from the Sovereign Canada. Look at this, the moonsault. Still trying to get Dominator down. 2 and a kick out. Elijah Jones getting more and more irritated as this matchup goes on. Look at the moonsault again, and nobody there. Dominator with the military press. Dropping Elijah Jones. And now he sees DK He sees DK, and look at this. He's getting one. He gets dropped. Oh, but Elijah Jones trying to gain an advantage, and he does here. Now Dominator. Dominator with a shot right to the chest of Elijah Jones, and he kicks out at one as well. And now Dominator has a chance, and look at this. Again, DK getting involved. And again, Dominator's attention diverted. Elijah Jones able to take Dominator to the corner. This is absolutely ridiculous. The involvement of the Sovereign King in this. Oh my goodness, the elbow drop there. 1, 2 for the win over Dominator, and Dominator still staying in it. Now Elijah though, oh my goodness! I have never seen Dominator hit a super kick. And the Claymore took Elijah Jones' head right off. 2-0. Elijah Jones got the shoulder up in time. And Dominator ready to battle. And oh, what a spine buster. And wait a minute. Elijah Jones playing possum, and he almost had the victory, and DK can't believe it. And now look at the moonsault. Oh, wait a minute. I think he hurt himself off of the moonsault. He got overzealous. Final prayer. And Dominator with the victory. Elijah Jones got overzealous a few too many times there. And his Sovereign King buddies, his family, may have been able to bail him out a few times, but you're dealing with Dominator in that ring. You're not dealing with just any ordinary man. That is Dominator, and Nasty knows that. And the question will remain, can Nasty withstand Dominator and get a victory at Frostbane? Dominator with the final prayer after Elijah Jones got overzealous with that moonsault, and Dominator with a victory now, but will he be the victor at Frostbane? We'll find out Saturday night. Don't go anywhere, folks. Your main event coming to you after this. Now, wait a second. That's Big Nasty. Nasty running in on Dominator yet again. And these two are supposed to meet at Frostbane this weekend. One-on-one. Dominator being absolutely decimated by Big Nasty. My goodness. Where's Nasty taken? Dominator, we gotta get some help out here. Now, wait a second. We have shifted our cameras backstage here, folks. And Dominator and Nasty still going at it here. Dominator was completely blindsided. And oh, that may have pissed Nasty off, and Nasty. Oh, what a shot to Dominator. That may have gotten him busted wide open, and oh my goodness, no! Dominator went through the spotlight, and the big man is down. We really got to get some help out here. Dominator and Nasty will meet at Frostbane one-on-one this Saturday. Big Nasty and Dominator can't wait to get their hands on one another as we have your main event, folks. It's Bobby Saturn. Now, this man was viciously attacked last week following the tag team matchup, and that put Scoop out of the building tonight. Now, we've seen that Zane Pierce had told the Scoop, Scott Richards, that if you do anything to interfere with a matchup, you will be fired. Gone. But even though Zane Pierce said that, he doesn't want to compromise the main event, and Bobby Saturn has been waiting for that title matchup. And he actually said to Zane Pierce, do not fire the Scoop. I want to get my hands on him. I want to win that title. I want my shot. But he's going to have to go through somebody. Who has had his fair share of title shots and vicious rivalries. It's the King of Beasts, the Mastodon Orton Alonzo. Now this man going up against a bruised and battered Bobby Saturn. A not 100% Bobby Saturn. But let me tell you, Bobby Saturn is no slouch. This is a man who has fought like hell. And he definitely has to here tonight in the main event of our last show before our Frostbane Premium Live Event coming to you Saturday, December 20th. The King of Beasts, ready to fight. But every beast has its slayer. And tonight, will that be Bobby Saturn? Scoop has been removed from the building tonight. You heard from him earlier on tonight. saying he doesn't give a damn about the consequences. He's going to do what he wants when he wants. He's the champion of this company. He's been underestimated, undervalued for far too long. And it was Brian Outlaw that tried to reason with him. But even that, even his lifelong friend could not find a way to reason with a man that's so consumed with hatred and anger. But honestly, I think he hates himself more than anyone else. I think he hates himself. I think, just from observation, folks, that he can't realize that he was not ready for it. That, yes, he was screwed by Chris Danger. Yes. But he earned that opportunity. He earned it by winning the Sacred Chalice. He earned it. I don't know how much else you can really argue that. He just went about it in the wrong way. He hit Tiger across the face with a briefcase, said, "Screw you," cashed in, and hit a swanton bomb and won the title. Now, I will say that he did everything that he needed to do as Ortolanza, the King of Beasts, lands an elbow drop for a 2 count. But you know, also, he did it in the most asshole way possible. And look at this rock bottom! Rock bottom to Bobby Saturn, and Bobby able to get the shoulder up. Remember, he's not 100%. And Ortolanza, the King of Bass, picking up the pieces. You can see just how bruised and battered Bobby Saturn is after that attack. And oh my goodness, there's that swanton bomb. But that had a lot of power behind it from the King of Bass. And again, Ortolanza trying to get this over with. A 2 count and almost had it. And look at that. That was barely picking up the shoulder. And Ortolanza's having fun. Ortolanza loves this. There's a modified blue thunder bomb there. Oh, but Bobby trying to come back here. Oh, wait! Rock bottom! He got caught again! To Bobby! Staying in this. How in the hell is Bobby finding a way to get to his feet? Oh, and now Bobby in trouble. Look at that Hurricane Rana. The Avalanche Hurricane Rana. Oh, and he might be in trouble here. Oh, and Bobby got up. Bobby dodging the missile drop kick. And now Bobby's got a chance. Bobby's got a chance now. You can see just how tired Bobby Saturn is. But he's battling. Yeah, and he's got the Mastodon. Oh, the clap to the ears. Turning it around. And Enziguri. He caught the King of Beasts. The Enziguri 2. He's got it. No, Bobby. Unable to get it going. And oh, look at this. Ortolanza tried firing back. Uh-oh. Ortolanza now. Both men looking at each other in the eyes in the uppercut. Ortolanza. Swan! Todd bomb. Yet again. 2. Kick out. Bobby still in this damn thing. And Bobby's a fighter. And if that's not exhibited, there's a frog splash. Nobody was home. Now he tried to pull the leg. Ortolanza caught him. Ortolanza spun around. Back elbow. And look at this. DDT. Planted Ortolanza. And Ortolanza's out. You see him. And I'm not sure what went on there with a ref. And look at this, the splash! Right to Ortolanza, 2 for the win, and Ortolanza kicked out. How many times? What do you gotta do if you're Bobby Saturn? Now an Irish whipman. Oh, wait a minute. Tried for something there. Ortolanza. Oh, trying to catch him for the DDT. Irish whip now. The Meteor Strike missed. The Meteor Strike missed. Now Ortolanza. Leapfrog. Ortolanza dropped down. And Ortolanza tried for a spine buster perhaps, or maybe a scoop slam. Couldn't do it. Bobby slipped out, and now Bobby again. Bobby with the enziguri. Bobby on fire now. And now Bobby with a Meteor Strike. To Ortolanza, the Mastodon's out, 2, and Ortolanza still got the shoulder up. Ortolanza may be in trouble here now. Bobby Saturn, it's been all him. And look at this. Bobby proving that he's tough as nails here, the backbreaker. And Ortolanza again trying to get Bobby down, and there's the 2 count and the rope break. Bobby got the foot on the rope. And Ortolanza knows that. Ortolanza knows Bobby's reeling. And Ortolanza now taking Bobby too seriously, or there's a chop block to the knee. And now Bobby might be going for another Meteor Strike. Another Meteor Strike. Oh, and I haven't seen him hit this in a long time. There's the Meteor Shower. 3. And Bobby with the win. And wait a minute. There's Scoop. How did he get past security? There's the man that Bobby will be facing this weekend at Frostbane. And it's for that title this Saturday.